2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Hello everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. Always a pleasure. And tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls have been looking pretty confident. Nice job they've been doing over the last 10 games. 8 wins and not having too many problems. And let me tell you, what a start to the new year. We've seen some terrific games already, Ken. What are your thoughts on the early part of the season?
Well, a couple of teams that I thought would be dominant, they really haven't been. That's a surprise to me. But if you are a team suffering early season losses, you want to look at this opportunity to learn from it and just continue to grow.
It's been an outstanding season so far in terms of competitiveness. I love watching the early season adjustments made by each team as they try to.
Prez, you ready for the night?
Whew. Always, man. My game's never been better.
Maybe. I'll believe it when I see it.
All right. We'll prepare for an awakening then. You're going to be a believer by the end of the first quarter.
Love the confidence, Prez. See you out there, young fella.
The Chicago Bulls are on the road in this interconference game today. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. They're continuing to soldier on, and with tip-off.
Thank you, Kevin. Guys, Chicago is one of the league's big.
They want grit and toughness, David. Thank you.
And really, you got to commend the Bulls for the success they've had in the draft. You look at that roster, you see a ton of big-minute players who were drafted by the Bulls. They've done a great job of finding players to fill roles within that team.
Tip-off goes to the Lakers. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Chicago right now, Robin Lopez out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Grant. And it's Wade in at the 2 spot. Lopez passes to Grant. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. Here's Butler, now off the inbound, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. And with the Bulls and their draft success, a lot of it has come with picks, Greg, later on in the draft.
Yeah, the last lottery pick the Bulls had was Derrick Rose. Not a bad one there. Yes. But since then, they've drafted or made trades on draft day to find a ton of rotation players. Give a lot of credit to their scouting department for their continued success.
And stolen by Butler. Here's Grant, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Grant's got his first points of the game.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Here's Prez. They get it again. Randall kicks to Mozgov. Young dishes to Prez. Another shot. Here's Randall. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Really getting after it. Randall beating up that offensive glass.
Gibson the screen. Wade kicks to Butler. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer.
And really, Ingram is as complete a player as they come. Not only awesome on offense, but just spectacular on D as well.
Here's Prez. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Wade outside. The feed to Lopez. No good from Gibson.
Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Prez, no good.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And the call will be against Prez. That is his first foul of the game.
Presidential pardon.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Count it. Grant's got his second bucket of the game to go. The Lakers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Prez kicks to Ingram. Tries it from the top of the key. Prez, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Oh, that's blocked.
Nice job by Prez positioning himself for these blocks. I mean, sending a message with how he puts those shots in reverse.
Osgood with the steal. And Young kicks to Prez. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first quarter. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Well, Chicago's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And Julius Randle grew up in the game of basketball. His mother played collegiately, and she was his first coach.
And she coached him well, guys. I mean, he was a five-star recruit out of high school. He helped Kentucky reach the national championship game and was the number 7 pick in 2014. I think he's already demonstrated he can play at a high level, and expectations are that he'll continue that here in the NBA.
So for Chicago right now, at small forward and power forward, it's McDermott and Gibson. D-Wade out there with Grant. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. On the clock, releases. Kept alive, Gibson. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Nice shot by McDermott. Lakers trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Randle passes to Prez. Off target with his 3.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Now, here's Grant. T right on him. He dishes it to Lopez. Wade kicks to Lopez. It's stolen by Randle. Here's Prez, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Jaren Grant.
And I just love the tenacity that Prez displays, going straight into the heart of the D there and drawing the foul.
E.G. and Lee, and he's checked in for Randle. Chicago's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Grant outside. Passes it to Lopez. Inside. Looking for Wade. He gets it there. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the Bulls.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to feed those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
There's 1:38 left in the second quarter. Prez kicks to Young, and he hits it to tie the game up.
And Young is comfortable operating inside. When he gets that close to the hoop, the D has no chance.
Grant dishes to Lopez. Pass to Wade. Back to Lopez. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
Grant kicks to Lopez. Poke loose. Gibson the screen to the middle. Here's Wade. Ejected by Young.
Love the defensive positioning from Young. Timing the block, perfect.
The Bulls have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Nance comes in for Ingram, and it's Dang in for Lou Williams. The Bulls also changing it out. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Butler comes in for McDermott, and it's Isaiah Cannon in for Grant. Levin's checked in for the Lakers. And Chicago also making a switch. Mirotic is checked in.
And, you know, Prez isn't a guy who's just demanding of himself, but he's also demanding of his teammates, too.
You know, Greg, when Jimmy Butler is out there, you have to be aware of just how explosive a player he can be. When he turns it on and gets in that groove and feels the rhythm, he can completely take over a game with his scoring.
And Kevin, I'm sure you remember that 53-point outburst he had last season. Butler has games where he has everything that kind of just falls into place. And he gets his scores in so many ways, but usually when he goes off, it's because he's getting to the free throw line.
Here's Cannon.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And the first half.
Your Lakers, 29.
All right, come on in, guys. We can turn this around.
Your safety is our #1 concern.
Listen up.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Well, looking at the numbers for Prez in this one, 12 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
Ingram and Randall, the young forward tandem. Prez out there with Young. And it's Mozgov in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And now let's highlight the highest scoring teams in the NBA. The Bulls 3rd.
You know, it's amazing when you consider how much can change on a team from year to year, but nonetheless, this team has been one of the best at putting points on the board.
Lopez a screen. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Prez? He's getting around 20 points per, over 4.5 steals, and 2 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Wade outside. Gibson passes to Wade. He kicks to Grant. Puts up a 3. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 5 here tonight. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know Jimmy Butler made a big bet on himself back in 2014. He turned down the Bulls' 4-year, $44 million contract extension offer. It paid off. After a breakthrough season, he signed a new contract, a max deal for 5 years and $95 million. He said of his decision, "I was nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. Everything I put myself through, I knew what I was capable of."
He's come a long way, David. Thank you. Prez dishes to Young. Yep, that one goes in there. And it's a 3-point Laker lead.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here's Prez. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Fires for 3. No good from Grant.
Starting to get restless here. 0 for 4 to start the second half.
Took him no time at all on that one. Prez has got 17.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Grant kicks to Lopez. Outside Butler. Looking to end the run. They get it back. Mozgov with the block. Prez with the ball. Grant on him. Some solid defense from Grant.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Williams has checked in. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Chicago. And stolen by Williams. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Prez with the ball. Now defended by McDermott. Randall passes to Prez. And another basket for the Lakers.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers since halftime. They've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Bulls trail by 6. So for Chicago right now, Mirotic at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. D-Wade out there with Grant. And it's Butler in at the small forward. Wade dishes to Lopez. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Now here's Prez. He's covered by Grant. Young with no one around. His three-pointers off the mark. The Bulls have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And Mirotic kicks to Grant. It's good.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Here's Prez. Off target from three-point range. Last outing for Chicago, they won that game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. To tie it up, Young with the steal. And now Young running the floor all by himself. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Lakers lead by 4. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Now the pass to Mozgov. Back to Young. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Prez. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
He's got to get to the line a little bit more here in the second half. Let's see if he can get that edge back that he had in the first.
And he sinks the second.
Well, he did enough there. He made it a 2-possession game, at least.
Poked away. It's stolen by Prez. By himself. And a hard slam there from Prez to finish off the play.
And that's the athleticism that had him so highly touted coming into the league.
Lopez a screen. Butler kicks to Lopez. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Lakers leading by 7. Prez with the ball. Now defended by Grant. Prez passes to Ingram. They grab their own miss. There's Mozgov. Stolen by Wade. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. And right on target. Good.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Pedal to the metal, Greg, is his style. He's got his foot on it, and he's not letting up.
Wade dishes to Butler. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Lopez a screen. Butler kicks to Grant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. The shot's good from Lopez. Boy, that was a big shot.
And stunned silence, guys. That's the atmosphere in here after that shot.
On the arc. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got his 5th rebound in this one. Grant outside. Outside Butler. Back to Grant. Here's Lopez. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line. Chicago making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. He sinks the clutch free throw.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Over to the wing. Ingram wide open. open. Nails the triple.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 3. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Fred Hoiberg was talking with his team during the break. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here. And Grant drops them both. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
Prez kicks to Randall. He feeds it to Mozgov. Pass to Prez. It's up a 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
Just a huge shot. Prez really taking control here in these crucial moments.
Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 4. 32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Gibson the screen. Here's Butler. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It goes on Brandon Ingram. It's the first that narrows the lead down to just 3. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
They've shared the load offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. And how about the skill from Perez down on the block, working hard inside and getting the contact in the process.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know what? And they're going to draw up something where they can get a quick shot and then maybe a foul.
That's got to be the game plan here. I mean, free throws are really their only hope. Points with the clock stopped.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5. Grant the pass to Gibson. Young with the steal. And so the Lakers take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
What's up, Steve?
What's going on, Prez? The guys back in the studio want to talk to you.
Perfect.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Prez.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Kenny, man. Congrats on it.
That's going to do it for
Must be nice.
Man, I'm telling you, like, I'm crazy about this stuff. I need a lifetime supply. Like, I'm trying to get Mountain Dew to holler at me. I was thinking about maybe carrying the bottle around places, like